Sofia's world was one of privilege and luxury, yet it was often suffocating. As the daughter of a powerful businessman, Don Fernando Pereira, her life had been mapped out from birth. Decisions were made for her, and expectations loomed large. She was engaged to Michael, a charming man her father approved of, but Sofia felt something was missing. Michael seemed to care more about appearances and power than about her heart. Then, one fateful day, everything changed. Sofia found herself kidnapped by a group of criminals who saw her as nothing more than a pawn. It was in this moment of terror that she met Gabriel, a man who would risk everything to save her. Gabriel, a humble and kind-hearted man, had no reason to get involved in Sofia's dangerous world, but something inside him compelled him to act. He couldn't stand by and watch an innocent woman suffer. As he fought to free Sofia, the two of them forged an unbreakable bond. Gabriel's bravery, selflessness, and quiet strength left a deep impression on her, and for the first time in her life, Sofia felt truly seen. But rescuing her was only the beginning. Their connection grew as they navigated the fallout from the kidnapping. But Sofia knew their love would not be easily accepted. She was engaged to Michael, a man from her world of wealth and power, and Gabriel was just a simple man who didn't fit into her carefully crafted life. Still, Sofia couldn't deny what was in her heart. Gabriel had shown her a kind of love she never thought possible, one based on respect, trust, and mutual understanding. It was a love that made her feel alive, but it was also a love that came with a price. Sofia's return to her life of privilege was met with relief from her family, especially her father, Don Fernando, who immediately resumed planning her future. But Sofia was no longer the same person who had left. She had seen a different side of the world, one where love and connection weren't dictated by status or wealth. She had also seen the strength of Gabriel, who had risked everything for her. Michael, unaware of the growing bond between Sofia and Gabriel, showered her with affection, eager to solidify their engagement and move forward with their lives. But Sofia found herself pulling away from him. The love she had once thought she felt for him, now a distant memory. She couldn't stop thinking about Gabriel. The way his eyes had softened when he looked at her, the warmth in his touch, and the way he had made her feel like she was more than just a rich man's daughter. Her heart ached for him, but she knew that pursuing a relationship with Gabriel would come at a cost. Her father would never approve, and Michael wouldn't give her up easily. As the days passed, Sofia found herself torn between two worlds. On one hand, there was the life she had always known, one of comfort, wealth, and expectation. On the other, there was Gabriel, who represented freedom, love, and a chance at happiness. But choosing Gabriel meant defying her father and risking everything. Sofia's internal struggle grew with each passing day. Her heart told her to follow Gabriel, but her mind reminded her of the consequences. She didn't want to hurt Michael, but she couldn't deny the truth any longer. She loved Gabriel, and no amount of wealth or privilege could change that. As Sofia wrestled with her feelings, Michael grew suspicious. He could sense the distance between them, and it fueled a deep insecurity within him. He had always prided himself on his charm and success, but something about Gabriel unsettled him. He knew Sofia had grown close to the man who had saved her, and it gnawed at him. Michael's jealousy began to take over, and he became increasingly possessive. He couldn't stand the thought of losing Sofia to someone like Gabriel, someone he saw as beneath them. Michael's love for Sofia had always been more about control and image than genuine connection, and now that control was slipping away. One evening, after a lavish dinner party, Michael confronted Sofia. "What's going on with you? You've been distant," he demanded, his voice laced with frustration. Sofia's heart raced, knowing the moment had come to face the truth. She could no longer pretend that everything was fine. I don't know if I can do this anymore, Michael," she admitted, her voice trembling. "I don't know if I can marry you." Michael's face twisted with disbelief. "Is this about Gabriel?" he spat. "The man who saved you? You think you can just throw everything away for someone like him?" Sofia's heart ached as she looked into Michael's eyes. She could see the hurt and anger there, but she couldn't let guilt dictate her life. "I love him," she whispered, the words finally spilling out. Michael's rage boiled over. He had always believed he could control Sofia, but hearing her say those words shattered his ego. "You'll regret this," he snarled before storming out, leaving Sofia shaken but resolute. The battle for Sofia's love had begun, and it was one that would push all of them to their limits. With Michael's departure, Sofia felt the weight of her decision settling in. Her love for Gabriel was undeniable, but she knew that choosing him would come at a cost. Her father, Don Fernando, had always wanted the best for her, but his definition of best didn't include a man like Gabriel. And Michael wasn't about to give up easily. Sofia sought refuge in Gabriel's arms, finding solace in his presence. He had always been a calming force in her life, someone who made her feel safe and loved. But even Gabriel couldn't shield her from the fallout of her choices. Don Fernando, upon hearing the news of Sofia's decision, was livid. He had always envisioned his daughter marrying into wealth and securing their family's legacy. Gabriel was a threat to that vision, and Don Fernando wouldn't allow it. "You can't be serious," Don Fernando said, his voice cold and disapproving. "You're throwing your life away for this man? He has nothing to offer you." Sofia stood her ground, her heart pounding in her chest. "He loves me," she replied softly. "And I love him. That's all that matters." Don Fernando shook his head, disbelief etched across his face. "Love? Love won't give you the life you deserve. You're making a mistake, Sofia." But Sofia was no longer the obedient daughter who followed her father's every command. She had found her strength in Gabriel's love, and she wasn't willing to let go of it. "I know this is hard for you to understand," she said, her voice steady, "but I have to follow my heart." The power of choice was now in Sofia's hands. She had chosen Gabriel, and no matter what obstacles lay ahead, she was ready to face them. For a brief moment, Sofia and Gabriel allowed themselves to believe that they could be happy, that they could carve out a life together despite the odds stacked against them. They found comfort in each other's company, stealing moments of joy amidst the chaos that surrounded them. But the storm was brewing. Michael, wounded by Sofia's rejection and consumed by his jealousy, was not about to let her go without a fight. He had always been a man of control, and losing Sofia to Gabriel felt like the ultimate defeat. With the help of Selina, Sofia's cousin, who had her own hidden agenda, Michael began plotting his revenge. Selina had always been envious of Sofia's life, always feeling like she was living in her cousin's shadow. She saw an opportunity to take what she believed was rightfully hers by helping Michael destroy Sofia and Gabriel's relationship. Together, they concocted a plan to tear them apart, once and for all. As Sofia and Gabriel enjoyed the calm before the storm, little did they know that their love was about to be tested in ways they never imagined. Sofia and Gabriel's love continued to grow, but they remained unaware of the looming threat that Michael and Selina had carefully orchestrated. Selina, fueled by her envy, and Michael, consumed by rage, devised a plan that would strike at the very heart of Sofia and Gabriel's relationship. The perfect opportunity came when Sofia's father, Don Fernando, hosted an extravagant gala. It was a night filled with music, laughter, and seemingly endless luxury, a symbol of the world Sofia had tried to escape. As Sofia and Gabriel attended together, they could feel the disapproving eyes of the elite on them. But they remained united, finding strength in each other. Unbeknownst to them, Selina was lurking in the shadows, ready to unleash her scheme. She had fabricated a story, a web of lies that painted Gabriel as a man who had been unfaithful to Sofia. Selina had even gone so far as to hire a woman to pretend to be Gabriel's lover, with the intent of catching him in a compromising position during the gala. As Sofia and Gabriel danced under the grand chandeliers, Michael pulled Sofia aside, feigning concern. "I think you should know the truth about Gabriel," he said, his voice low and menacing. "He's not who you think he is." Sofia frowned, her heart tightening. "What are you talking about, Michael?" "He's been seeing someone else," Michael continued, his eyes glinting with satisfaction. "I've seen it with my own eyes. I know you don't want to believe it, but you deserve to know the truth." Sofia's breath caught in her throat, and her mind raced with doubts. Could Gabriel really betray her? Could the love they shared be a lie? Before Sofia could respond, Selina appeared, her expression a perfect mask of concern. "Sofia, I'm so sorry. I didn't want you to find out like this, but I saw Gabriel with another woman." The words hit Sofia like a blow to the chest. She felt dizzy, her world tilting as the lies took root. She didn't want to believe it, but the evidence seemed overwhelming. As Michael and Selina guided her outside, they led her to where Gabriel had been set up. There, standing with the hired woman, Gabriel looked confused and horrified. The woman clung to him, pretending to be intimate, and to Sofia, it seemed like the ultimate betrayal. Tears welled in Sofia's eyes as she turned and fled, her heart shattered. Gabriel, desperate to explain, tried to chase after her, but Michael and Selina stood in his way. They had succeeded in planting the seed of doubt, and now, Sofia was lost in a storm of confusion and heartbreak. Sofia couldn't bear to face Gabriel after what she had seen. She locked herself away, consumed by grief and anger, the pain of his supposed betrayal tearing at her soul. The love they had shared now felt tainted, and Sofia was left questioning everything she thought she knew. Her father, Don Fernando, saw the strain on his daughter and seized the moment to drive Gabriel out of her life for good. He had never approved of Gabriel, and now, with this so-called evidence of infidelity, he felt justified in cutting him out completely. "You see, Sofia," Don Fernando said softly, trying to console her. "I always knew that man wasn't right for you. You deserve someone better, someone who will never hurt you." But Sofia's heart was still tangled in love. Despite the hurt, a part of her wanted to believe that Gabriel would never betray her. The memories of his kindness, his courage, and the deep connection they shared wouldn't allow her to let go so easily. Still, the pain was too fresh, and she couldn't bring herself to speak to him. Meanwhile, Gabriel was heartbroken. He couldn't understand how Sofia could believe the lies Selina and Michael had spun. He tried to reach out to her, but every attempt was met with silence. It felt as if Sofia had vanished, retreating into a world where he no longer had a place. Days turned into weeks, and the distance between them grew. Gabriel could feel Sofia slipping further away, and he was helpless to stop it. While Sofia struggled with her emotions, Selina's plan began to unravel. The hired woman, feeling guilty for her part in the deception, confessed the truth to Gabriel. She had been paid to lie, to pretend that Gabriel had been unfaithful, all under Selina's orders. Gabriel's heart raced as he listened to her confession. He knew now that this was all a trap, an elaborate ruse to tear him and Sofia apart. Fueled by righteous anger and the desire to set things right, Gabriel went straight to confront Selina. Selina, shocked that her plan had been exposed, tried to play innocent, but Gabriel wasn't fooled. He confronted her with the truth, his voice shaking with emotion. "How could you do this? You destroyed everything between Sofia and me because of your jealousy." Selina's face twisted with bitterness. "You don't belong with her, Gabriel. She was meant for someone like Michael, not some lowly man like you." Gabriel's heart sank as he realized the depth of Selina's hatred. But there was no time to dwell on it. He had to find Sofia and tell her the truth before it was too late. Gabriel rushed to find Sofia, his heart pounding with urgency. He couldn't let Selina and Michael's lies stand between them any longer. But when he finally arrived at Sofia's home, he found her distant and guarded. "Sofia, please listen to me," Gabriel pleaded, his voice cracking with emotion. "It was all a lie. Selina and Michael, they set me up. I would never hurt you. I love you." Sofia's eyes filled with tears, her heart torn between doubt and hope. "How can I trust you, Gabriel?" she whispered. "After everything I've seen, how can I believe you?" Gabriel stepped closer, his eyes filled with pain and sincerity. "Because I've never lied to you, Sofia. Everything we shared, everything we felt, it was real. I love you with all my heart, and I would never betray that." Sofia's heart ached as she looked into Gabriel's eyes. She wanted to believe him, wanted to trust in the love they had, but the wounds were still fresh. "But Selina, Michael," her voice wavered. "They're the ones who lied. Gabriel said firmly. "They wanted to destroy what we have because they're jealous. But our love is stronger than that." "I know it is." Sofia's tears flowed freely now, her heart finally beginning to heal. She had been so afraid of getting hurt that she had almost lost the one person who truly loved her. "I'm sorry, Gabriel," she whispered, her voice filled with emotion. "I'm so sorry for doubting you." Gabriel wrapped her in his arms, holding her close as they both wept. "It's okay," he murmured. "We'll get through this together. I love you, Sofia." "I love you too," she whispered back, feeling the weight of her doubts finally lift. With the truth finally out, Sofia and Gabriel were able to rebuild their relationship, stronger than ever before. They confronted Michael and Selina, exposing their lies to Don Fernando and the rest of the world. Selina, disgraced, was forced to leave, while Michael, humiliated, realized that he had lost Sofia forever. Sofia's father, seeing the depth of Gabriel's love for his daughter, finally gave them his blessing. He had been wrong about Gabriel all along. Gabriel wasn't just a man of humble means. He was a man of honor, integrity, and unwavering love for Sofia. In the end, Sofia and Gabriel found the happiness they had fought so hard for. Their love had been tested, but it had endured. Together, they built a life filled with love, trust, and the knowledge that nothing could ever tear them apart again. Hope you enjoyed this story. Don't forget to like it and subscribe to our channel. Your participation is essential so that we can continue to bring you more incredible stories. Share it with your friends to help our channel grow. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.